I revived my way to 1000G on Battlefield 6, which released last week, and I've already got the 1000G.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Because I am the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT!
Battlefield 6 is going crazy right now, and many are calling it the COD killer. Is this the year that Battlefield finally defeats its arch nemesis, Call of Duty? Guess we'll find out when Call of Duty releases on November the 14th this year, so subscribe if you want to see achievement and trophy guides for when that releases. Speaking of which, I've made full guides for every Battlefield 6 achievement, so if there's anything you're struggling with, then there will be a link to the playlist in the description. Shameless plugs aside, with 42 achievements total to unlock, let's get straight into the video. I started Battlefield 6 like I start every first person shooter I play, with a bang. Just kidding, I'm a roll dunk, so I hopped into campaign on the easiest difficulty.
What?
As there was no achievement this year for completing the entire campaign on anything other than recruit. So like the efficient, streamlined achievement hunter I am, I chose this difficulty. Not because I'm bad or anything like that.
No, God!
And straight away, after watching the opening cutscenes, we turned around and we picked up this dinosaur for our first achievement. The campaign is pretty mid overall, with Battlefield 6 multiplayer being highly rated, which means we are so back.
We are back, baby.
This is your spoiler alert, by the way, so I will not be held accountable for any spoilers if you care about that kind of stuff anyway. NATO basically got invaded by Pax Armata, even though we were giving the base to them for free, the impatient f***ers. But essentially, your whole squad gets deleted, and we get saved because we're the MVP, as already established, and completing the prologue got us another achievement. We then hopped into the next mission with a cool entrance, skydiving into the rock, and being the pinpoint accuracy demon I am, then we unlocked another achievement for getting 50 headshots in the campaign, as well as using 10 mannequins for target practice for another achievement. Thank you very much, EA. And after completing this mission, we hopped into D-Day 2.0, where we shot 3 floating mines for yet another achievement. Completing this third mission unlocked us an achievement for completing the second and third missions, by the way. We then got to experience a bit of stealth as we used our ninja skills to remain undetected, whilst we infiltrated a stronghold in Cairo to retrieve a HVT where we didn't make it in time, but not to worry. He had our RFID in his thumb, so logically we chopped it off. For this mission, we made sure to only use a pistol, except for when we had to perform a knife takedown, as well as shoot down a heli with an RPG to progress in the mission. So when we completed this mission, we got 1 for completing it and 1 for completing it with pistols, knives, and gadgets only. Wasn't too sure what counted as gadgets at this point, so we played it super safe. We then dropped into Brooklyn to help our NATO boys out, and someone trusted us with a sledgehammer.
Weird flex, but okay.
Which was very helpful, and we made full use of this by killing 5 enemies with the sledgehammer for another achievement. After a quick FaceTime with the villain of the game, Kincaid, we jumped into the next mission where we had to get to the President. Before we did this though, we nailed 6 headshots in a row to get another achievement. After getting to the President and dealing with the drone's outpost, we hopped into a vehicle to escort the Eagle, or Everest, which was his code name in this game, but okay. We escorted him to his evac, and in the process we destroyed our 10 enemy vehicles for another achievement. Once the President was safely out, we were caught by Kincaid and he offed our boy Hex, which wasn't very nice of him, but he had a long-standing grudge against him, so okay I guess. We then got into the shortest mission in the campaign where we drove a tank for a bit, and whilst we were driving it we collapsed an overpass on a tank for an achievement. Then we rescued a heli pilot for a bit, and I'm not really sure what the point of this mission was apart from just using the tank for a bit. But anyway, we would have liked a jet or heli flying mission next time, please and thank you, EA. Maybe you can put some of that 55 billion towards it, I don't know, just a suggestion. Anyways, we got another achievement for completing this mission. The next mission was more in line with the classic Battlefield, a large open map with multiple objectives and a bit of freedom to which order you did them in. And to help us with this, we used a drone, and spotting 20 enemies with this we got another achievement.
Enemy spotted.
After disabling all the AAAs, we decided to collapse the dam because why not, and completing this mission got us another achievement. For the final mission of the game, we had to disable these NXT missiles, and about halfway through the mission we shot down a reinforcement chopper with a tank for another achievement. Then completing this mission in turn completed the entire campaign, which got us yet another achievement. The campaign was a little lacking in the storyline, in my opinion of course, but after the mid-campaign was done, we just had a little bit of mopping up to do before we could move on to the multiplayer. We went back and got all the campaign collectibles first, which in this game are dog tags and they're fairly easy to find. I've got a guide with all the locations if you want to make this super easy for yourself. Another shameless plug. This one task unlocks us 5 separate achievements for getting 1, 5, 10, 20 and all collectibles, which is a total of 30 by the way. We then used a grenade to kill 3 enemies for an achievement and went back to complete Nile Guard on the hardest difficulty for our last campaign achievement.
Just do it!
Right, now that's out of the way, let's hop into multiplayer. We started off just playing naturally for a bit of fun and to get a feel for the game, and as a long-standing medic, I obviously chose the support class, which may or may not have been influenced by the 1,996 revives you need to get for one of the achievements.
What the hell is even that?
In doing this, I used the LMG and managed to get 5 kills without reloading for our first multiplayer achievement. Even though I'm a washed unk, this was easy enough to unlock. We also unlocked 2 more achievements for getting to rank 9, making the most of that double XP baby, as well as getting 129 kills in multiplayer, which of course is a nice round number and doesn't make anyone upset, especially not me. Tired of getting roasted by vehicles, we decided if you can't beat them, join them, and we got into an armoured car and got a road kill for another achievement. Now, I was quickly realising that the amount of revives I was getting just wasn't cutting it, so I decided to give up on my 1,996 revives for now and went into some portal lobbies to knock out some more achievements, because I'm a little green-eyed achievement goblin who can't be patient for anything. We used a knives-only lobby to pretend we were in London, UK, to get 10 takedowns in a single match, and also a lobby where the enemy could not get out of the car for our 6 pistol headshots.
Cheater.
Whilst doing this, we got another achievement for reaching rank 14 in multiplayer, thank you very much. After deciding I yearned for some real games again, I hopped in as an engineer and repaired vehicles for 2,042 damage, I see what you did there EA, for yet another achievement. This portal break didn't last very long however, as we couldn't seem to get the multi-kills with the assault class because, as said before, I am a rolled, washed unk. So we went back into the knives and gadgets only lobby to get our multi-kills, which by the way you need at least 5 to count.
Wow.
As doubles, triples and quads aren't enough.
So let me be clear.
We then used an enemy-free lobby to arm 5 MCOM explosives in a single match, and another enemy-less lobby to finish off our 128 conquest captures. I swear, I did like 120 of these in actual games. We then had to go back into real multiplayer lobbies to get to level 20 to unlock the recon challenges, which would get us the C4. Once we got to level 20, we used the drone to spot 250 enemies with the recon drone, and this finally unlocked us the C4. Back to Portal, where we used said C4 to get 2,000 damage on enemy vehicles for another achievement. We then used Portal to get 250 sniper rifle kills as recon for another achievement before the main event of this Battlefield 6 1000G. We still had our 1,996 revives to get as support. Now, there are no two ways about this. This achievement is grindy, time consuming and straight up bullshit. But we love it really, so back to Portal, where we used another lobby to farm these revives. By the way, all the codes I use for these Portal lobbies for various achievements can be found in my achievement guides. Again, playlist in the description, another shameless plug. En route to getting these revives done, we picked up an achievement for committing 414 acts of valor. Seriously EA, what is with all these random numbers? Another for reaching rank 25, and then finally, and I do mean finally, we completed all 1,996 revives for the Joyful Nurse achievement, which is ironic because there was absolutely nothing joyful about it. So then we only had one more to get, which was to take 41 sectors in Breakthrough, and yes, that's right, you guessed it, another Portal lobby. And that was it, 1000G on Battlefield 6. Fairly easy one, but enjoyable nonetheless. Part of me wishes that it wasn't possible to get achievements in the Portal mode, as this kind of ruins the multiplayer experience from an achievement hunting perspective, but the other part of me did not fancy getting 1,996 revives in an actual multiplayer game. That would have finished me. Anyways, thank you for watching. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make, so if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to drop a like, and if you enjoy these types of videos or are a hungry goblin achievement hunter like me, and would benefit from achievement and trophy guides to your favourite games, then also consider subscribing. Thank you again, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.